Alright lads, so the 10th anniversary hype has officially begun, and yesterday we got our first sign of the upcoming 10th anniversary units with a beautifully presented anniversary teaser trailer. And with that, it's now up to us, the community, to try and guess based off the hints in this trailer on who the 2 anniversary characters could potentially be. And since it's the 10th anniversary, if you want to show support on the channel, let's get this video to 1,000 likes to celebrate 10 years of Brave Souls. While you're at it too, leave a comment in my most recent community post, leaving your predictions on what you think the 10th anniversary characters could be, because we will be reacting to these tomorrow. You can leave it in this comment section too, but if you want it to be featured on the upcoming video, I recommend going to my community post. Diving into the 10th anniversary teaser trailer, however, the trailer itself starts off with a very similar scene resembling our teaser trailer that we did get at the start of the year, showcasing all past characters in terms of artwork and also special animations. What I really like here personally is that they do showcase both Bleach Brave Souls logo, the original Brave Souls logo, and then also the new updated 1000 Year Blood War Bleach Brave Souls logo. I love that both were included here because it does show how far we progressed as a game, and then weird that we zoom in to what appears to be 8th anniversary Ichigo slashing the screen, transitioning us into the actual teaser trailer. And with this transition, the first thing you're likely going to notice is the theme song itself. This time, to celebrate the 10th anniversary, our theme song is sung by Koshuni. Now, I'm a massive fan of this band, despite me messing up their name during my initial reaction. Yo! Koshuni! Choshune for the theme song. So I'm super excited to have them be part of the Bleach IP, but also Brave Souls itself, celebrating the 10th anniversary. Now, if you aren't familiar with Koshuni, they've done very popular songs with animes like Tokyo Ghoul, Jujutsu Kaisen, and also Black Butler. But the trailer itself starts off super slow. We get a very beautifully drawn out scene of what only appears to be a sky, some type of star at the top reflecting down rainbow colors onto the clouds. And this is then perfectly paired with the theme song itself being super slow at the start, as it does later build up in tempo and also pace. But we also get a very short montage of all the past anniversary characters and also headliners, which is super sweet and what I loved most about previous anniversary trailers, and it's something that we've not seen since the 7th anniversary. But every character is on display here, even characters that weren't part of the anniversary. In this case, the first anniversary for Brave Souls didn't feature a new character, so as for this trailer to not start with the 2nd anniversary and excluding the 1st anniversary as a whole, Caleb just decided to throw in Frenzy Ichigo. I don't think anyone's mad at that, but it is actually a very funny situation given the lack of an anniversary character for the 1st anniversary. But as all the anniversaries are on display, we then get to the 9th anniversary, we get a different background and further zoom in to this potential star that is in the sky. This then takes us to above the clouds, where a logo that we're all familiar with is on display, the 10th anniversary logo. This was originally showcased during the end of year Bankai Live, and since then, 6 months ago, there's been a lot of theories whether this logo is hinting at the upcoming anniversary unit. And with that in mind, it's super funny with what happens next, because out of nowhere, the trailer is slashed by what, in my opinion, is a Getter potential. But in general, it could just be a very generic slash, but interestingly enough, the color itself is yellow, so that's something to keep in mind. After this slash, however, we get a close-up shot of the anniversary logo, which seems to be changing, potentially due to the slash effect, or something that is happening after. Because from my point of view, what I'm seeing here with this logo change is that it's kind of being frozen by ice. Now, this continues to happen for a few seconds. The ice doesn't completely engulf the logo, but as we zoom out, the logo itself cracks, presenting the new updated logo. The logo itself is still the exact same, but now it has a crystal theme going for it. And the black slash that was always behind the logo has now changed. One side now has a red glare to it, while the second one, again from my point of view, seems to be frozen by ice. Once more, however, the logo itself then zooms into the screen as we go through the logo, and we're presented by 3 different scenes. It's kind of hard to make out what we are seeing here, but the first one just seems to be once more skies and also clouds. The second one seems to be a picture of the horizon. Maybe the moon itself is rising here. Once more, just well-drawn background art. These look absolutely stunning in my opinion. And then the third scene is once more kind of both combined in this case, where we're looking up into the sky, and there is once more a similar thing that we have been seeing throughout this entire trailer, the star in the sky, reflecting all the colors down to the worlds. We then cut to black with coming soon presented to us, and the final frame, leaving us with a flash of yellow light, which right now, in my opinion, Kind of resembles the Getsugo Juji show. And with that, that is this year's 10th anniversary teaser trailer. So it's now again up to us to use the context given to us in this trailer to try and guess who the anniversary character is going to be. Now, lucky for us, once more, every single year without fail, Caleb give us a list of names of characters that can be this year's anniversary characters. And what we're going to do now is start to remove some of the characters' names with given reasons on why they likely are going to be this year's anniversary character. The first thing that we're going to talk about is whether this anniversary is going to be original design units similar to the 7th, 6th, and 5th anniversary, or is the anniversary going to be canon characters similar to the 8th and 9th anniversary. Right now, likely it seems to be original design units. The trailer itself, as we've already broken down, is very similar to past anniversaries, where majority of the trailer is spent reflecting on past anniversary characters, and the context is in a way completely new, a place that we've never really seen before. Based on the last two anniversary teaser trailers, 8th and also 9th that were focused on 1000 Year Blood War, if this was to be a 1000 Year Blood War teaser trailer, the setting for this trailer would be completely different. We would be in the Varvel, under the black skies. There would clearly be some battle going on like we saw during the 8th and also 9th anniversary. So I think it's safe to say that this year will be original design units, and to be fair, that was the expectation going into this teaser trailer, because 10 years, a whole decade, is such a big milestone, we really should go back to what made Anniversary special, that being original design units. But since this trailer is clearly hinting at original designed Part 1 anniversary, what this does mean is that we can essentially remove all the 1000 Year Blood War Quincy's in this list of names. I feel like this is quite a given. If any of these characters had a chance to be an anniversary character, I feel like it would have to be a canon anniversary similar to Kenpachi and Gremmy last year. But continuing on to narrow down our list of anniversary candidates, what we are next going to remove is all past anniversary units. So this means Uryu, Aizen, Kenpachi, Okura, and also Byakuya are being removed here. I feel like this is also quite simple to understand why. At this point in time, only Ichigo has received multiple anniversary headliners. Aizen and Byakuya recently just got featured in the pre-anniversary banner, so there's no chance they're going to get another character. And in the case for Okura, Kenpachi, and also Uryu, they've also received original characters in the past. I don't think we really need another one. But while on that topic, personally, I feel like we can then remove all the other characters that have already been given original designs, part of the Calm for You Old collaboration or Spirits Are Forever With You collaboration. Once more, even outside of an anniversary, the only character that ever have gotten multiple original designs has been Ichigo, and that is warranted. He's the main character after all, and he always has a lot of potential in terms of original designs, as you can mess around with his Quincy powers, his Hollow powers, his Fullbring powers. You can throw in Mugetsu as well. There's a lot going on with Ichigo, and that's why in the past we've received multiple original designs for this particular character. With any other character, whether they're a big named character or not, I just don't think there's anything you can do with these characters that would make them feel super unique, especially for a 10th anniversary. We've already received their original designs, we don't need more in my opinion. And it wouldn't feel as special when there's other characters out there that have yet to even get their first original design unit. And while on the topic, because we have crossed out one character in particular, I do want to talk about them because I've seen their name thrown around a lot in the last 24 hours. That of course being Toshiro, because the trailer itself does potentially show us some ice effects. And assuming this is ice, and this is hinting at an ice character, there's only two characters that can be Rukia or of course Toshiro. Now ignoring the context of the trailer itself, there's just no way right now that Toshiro will be getting an anniversary character. Especially assuming we'll get to that in a few minutes that one of the characters is going to be an Ichigo, and Ichigo and Toshiro anniversary is even more random than Kenpachi and Gremmy. At least these two make sense being together. Like I already mentioned too, Toshiro's already received an original design unit. We do not need another one, and at the same time, even more so, we've already received two Toshiros this year. I know most of the people saying Toshiro are saying it as a joke because it is a meme in the community that Caleb liked to give us a new Toshiro every few months. But given the fact Toshiro has already received an original design unit, given the fact that he's already received 3 characters in the last year, one of them not even a month old as of me uploading this video, there's just no way we get a Toshiro for the upcoming 10th anniversary. But essentially, after removing all these names, it really only leaves us with 6 characters remaining. Ichigo, Rukia, Orihime, Renji, Chad, and also Yhwach. So we talk about each individual character. First up, we have Renji. Renji is very similar to a lot of other characters here where he's not received an original design unit, and I would love to see what Caleb and Kubo could cook up for an original design for a character as cool as Renji. However, nothing in this trailer really screams Renji as a character, and we also know that we will be getting Season 3 of 1000 Year Blood War for Part 2 of the anniversary. So Renji is due a new character based on the fight against Uryu. Whether that happens for Part 2 of the anniversary or not, we are going to likely get a new Bankai Renji very soon, within the second half of the year. So with that in mind, I just don't think he needs to be an anniversary character right now. Since he is going to get a potential really good canon character in the coming future. Chad, I just don't think is popular enough to be an anniversary unit, so we're going to remove him. Yhwach, I really want to be an anniversary character. And again, if you want to leave your theory on why it could potentially be Yhwach in the comments below, or more so my community post, I encourage you to do so, because I really want to see it and believe it, but the anniversary trailer itself doesn't really give off any vibes of a villain character. It seems very uplifting, capturing the spirit of what could be a very exciting 10th anniversary, and if we were to get any signs of Yhwach, I feel like we would see more darkness than light, the complete opposite of a character like Yhwach. And similar to Renji to a certain extent, we are potentially going to get a new canon Yhwach, so we aren't in a rush to get an original Yhwach right now. And depending on when Season 4 of 1000 Year Blood War does air, we could potentially see Yhwach for the 11th anniversary with what could be a very exciting canon anniversary based on the final fight of the Bleach 1000 Year Blood War arc. But with Yhwach removed, that now essentially leaves us with 3 characters: Ichigo, Rukia, and also Orihime. We kind of already briefly spoke about the character, but one of the characters we can say for guarantee is going to be this year's anniversary unit is Ichigo himself. I mean, every year without fail, we always get an anniversary Ichigo, whether that's Part 1, Part 2, or the pre-anniversary. And coincidentally, the pre-anniversary did feature renewed versions of Aizen and also Byakuya. Aizen technically getting renewed a whole year ahead of time because its banner easily could have just been renewed versions of Ichigo and also Byakuya. But clearly, Caleb, knowing they're going to give us a 10th anniversary Ichigo, they skipped over a renewed 5th anniversary version and chose to give us a renewed Aizen instead. And that really also shouldn't come as a surprise too. It's the 10th anniversary. It's a big milestone, and if we are returning to original design units, there's no better character, of course, than the main character himself. I feel like it would be an absolute miss if we didn't get an anniversary Ichigo once more. And I'm also looking forward to it because it is going to be something different and unique. And again, with Ichigo's character, given his power set, there really is a lot you could do with an original form Ichigo. And even though we've already gotten technically 4 of those in the past, I'm still excited to see what this character is potentially going to look like. So Ichigo, I would say, is a guarantee, and the second character, again, can really only be at this point Rukia or Orihime. Once more, I would love for an anniversary Orihime, but nothing to me in this trailer screams Orihime as a character. So that by default just makes Rukia the second, and in my opinion, best character you can do for an anniversary. If we have a close look at the trailer once more, like I said, the trailer hint, in my opinion, really is what's happening to the logo. It first being slashed, to me, signifies a new Ichigo. Maybe even the last frame of the trailer could signify a new Ichigo with a potential Gettouga Jujutsu if that is what they are going with. But the logo changing to me really does seem like ice. I know people say it looks like diamonds, and when the logo itself breaks, it's definitely diamonds or crystals, but the initial transition into that break really does, to me, seem like ice. Especially in this frame where it's clearly more bluish, in a way resembling the ice in 1000 Year Blood War, than it does this part where it's clearly, again, at this point, diamonds or crystals. But even then, at closer look of the anniversary logo, again, this black aura that was originally behind the 10th anniversary logo now has 2 different shades of colors. One being red, which to me is signifying Ichigo, because red and black is kind of his color, right? At least pre-1000 Year Blood War. And in the second half, to me, once more, does seem to be frosted over by ice. And even before we even saw this anniversary teaser trailer, you know, I said it a month ago, going into the anniversary, if it is going to be original designed units, it can really only be Ichigo and Rukia. Because at this point in time, like I've already mentioned with the list of names that we cut off today, Rukia is the most important character and most popular character that has yet to receive an original design unit. So she should have priority over characters that have already received original design units. There's also at the same time nothing better to celebrate a decade of Brave Souls than your 2 main characters. Ichigo is the main character, the protagonist, while Rukia is the duetagonist. And I know Rukia has been a character we've been saying for basically the last couple of so years now at this point, and every year for us Rukia fans, you do kind of get disappointed when it isn't her, but I feel like right now just has the best chance of going for it. Because it's once more original design units, and Rukia has yet to get one. 10 years makes sense for a Rukia, and the trailer to me does give some Ice vibes. So honestly, right now it's all just adding up. And I guess before we do end this video, because we haven't really spoke much about the setting of this trailer, that does seem to be in the sky. To me personally, this doesn't hint at anything in the series. For example, I've seen some people throughout the Soul Palace. These backgrounds and locations all seem very unique to this anniversary, and I'm getting the vibes that this is what the anniversary characters are going to be in. This is going to be their background art. This is going to resemble the visuals for these characters. And this is where they're going to be using their special animations. So I don't think the location of this trailer and all the images that we do get is hinting at a certain character, is hinting at parts of the Bleach story or universe. It's more so just showing us what the anniversary is going to look like and what the theming is going to be. Similar to, again, the 7th anniversary, where the clear motif and design for that anniversary was rain. And it only now just hit me, I really can't wait to see the background for this upcoming 10th anniversary on the home screen, because based on these images alone, it's going to be very, very cool looking. So there you have it. That is my prediction for the upcoming 10th anniversary based on the teaser trailer that we did get yesterday. I'm not really going in with anything new in terms of, out there theories. I'm playing it quite safe. And to be fair, like I already mentioned, this was my theory going into the anniversary before we even saw the teaser trailer. But given the context of the trailer itself, I feel like it's quite safe to say that this year will finally be the long-awaited anniversary Ichigo and Rukia. And again, there's no better timing to do that than 10 years of Brave Souls. I'm very excited to see that we are going back to original design units for part 1 of the anniversary, and the presentation thus far in just this teaser trailer alone has been some of the best that we've seen for anniversary teaser trailers. And I feel like that's going to be further enhanced again once more because Coach Shuni is doing this year's anniversary theme song. So with that said, I hope you lads enjoyed this breakdown for the teaser trailer and also who I expect to be for this year's anniversary unit. I'm super excited for it. Hope you lads are too. Make sure you're here for the month of July because we are going to be covering any news that we do get regarding the upcoming 10th anniversary, and we will definitely be there when the characters are revealed and also released. Hope to see you lads there too. I'll see you lads next time. Take care and peace.